get it started in round 3. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nobody home with that hook. And he scores with the counter. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. What a nightmare scenario. How is this fight still continuing?
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Catch and shoot. A perfect counter shot. Good counter punching. Has to be careful for... How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
Even I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give me your ball.
This next round. Here we go to the 4th round. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming up? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Miss with that jab. He threw a punch and just got countered. Nice counter shot. Nope, that hook won't score. Nice counter shot. That counter punch caught him clean. Careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Well done with that counter shot. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Punch, counter punch. That big hook doesn't land. Beautiful counter shot. Trouble. Wow, that seemed to be the punch he was looking for. Let's watch it again.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Not over till it's over, but on to the 5th we go. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head through.
defense stopping that jab.
Those counter punches have to hurt.
The cut doesn't look that bad, but they're going to take a look at it anyway. A little bit of a surprise here as the referee says we can continue. The jab doesn't quite connect. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
This fight may stop here considering all the bruising and swelling on the face. So the referee took a look and decides, let's keep going. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round. This is the beginning of round 6. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Both men step back for just a moment. Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork or you're going to be a cooked goose.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Swing and a miss with the jab. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. They exchange punches. A perfect counter lands. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
That counter shot lands. Good, despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Cardio was put in for this fight. It may come down to that.
This is when you talk about championship.
Here comes round 7. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Which fighter will say no mas? How about that time counter shot? They block that jab. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
He misses with that straight left. Holding nothing back here in the round. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. And that will do it. What a victory. And look at that shot to the head, and there's no way they were going to stand up. Not many people would have.
Number one, there ain't room for two. There ain't no room. I am the one. Top two, but not number two. There ain't no room. Boom. Came in, cleaned up without a broom. There ain't no room. Still here, still not been moved. I got points to prove. There ain't no room. Straight in, more pain, so more gaining. Here I came in, guns blazing. At Raven, you get weighed in. Been training, sick of waiting. Some failing, not plain sailing. Entertaining, check the ratings. Let me out, I don't wanna be caged in. Yeah, I'm ready, who's next up? Pay attention now, yeah, your best luck. I like to warm up like a few jabs, and then I hit hard like a left hook. My style's unique, not textbook. Step to me, you get yourself messed up. Win or lose, still here, still not been moved. I got points to prove. There ain't no room. Only one, number one, there ain't room for two. There ain't no room. I am the one. Top two, but not number two. There ain't no room. Boom. Came in, cleaned up without a broom. There ain't no room. Still here, still not been moved. I got points to prove. There ain't no room. Only one, number one, there ain't room for two. There ain't no room. I am the one. Top two, but not number two. There ain't no room. Boom.
Who could forget what happened here May 18th, 2024? Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk for the undisputed heavyweight title. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Caleb Sweet Hands Plant comes in at 6'1" with a reach of 74 inches. Up against them, Saul Alvarez, who's got a nice height of 173 centimeters, weighing in at 151 pounds with a reach of 179 cm.
This is it. This is that fight. This is that argument. I don't know what to expect.
They call him Sweet Hands. Caleb Plant, this former super middleweight champion of the world, is looking to get back on track tonight. So here comes Saul Alvarez, nicknamed Canelo, which translates to cinnamon. He got that nickname because of the freckles on his face and the color of his hair.
Look at this. These fights are so up for it. Look at that.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, introducing from Nashville, Tennessee, now fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, a super middleweight champion of the world, Sweet Hands, Caleb Plant. Fighting out of the blue corner, and now introducing from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. At 20 years of age, he is undefeated in his campaign with a record of 36 wins, no losses, 1 draw with 25 wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome the young undefeated world contender, Saul Canelo Alvarez.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
You couldn't even squeeze through to your seat. This is that pack. The atmosphere is ridiculous.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. Here we go. After months of uncertainty, we finally have a fight. That hook's blocked. And he caught him there with a left hook. What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Looks like a little bit of a strategy change here, loosening up the technique. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Punch right up the middle. That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. Caleb Plant is hurt. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Plant in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter.
Here we go. It's round two. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The perfect counter lands. Nice counter shot. Can't find a home with that jab. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
You're fighting a counter punching, you've got a dummy shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Unlucky to miss with that jab. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. That one will count. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Plant in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think it's a...
There's the bell to start round three. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
See that? Give me me just a second here, Johnny. Caleb Plant just got clipped. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Oh my word, Canelo just got clipped. The pound for pound king, Canelo is down. You up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come to me.
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
Look at his corner, look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
So he's going to drop his arms down here. Not sure that's the wisest decision. Looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
You're being put...
And there's the bell to start round 4. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
They exchange punches. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. And that left hook doesn't find its target. That hook just can't find the target. Throws the jab but does not score. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Good counter punch. No rest for the weary. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Both men step back for just a moment. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Plant in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here. And there's the bell for round 5. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Catch and shoot. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Well, Plant is in some serious trouble here. Down goes Caleb Plant. And as we watch it again, that punch took the wind out of him and the will to continue.
Even I've got to...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You okay?
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up.
Oh, my goodness, Johnny! You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
You're right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You still want to fight?
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness.
So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Let's talk about planting that last round. They get 1 minute between rounds. This fighter wished it was 10 minutes after being dropped. Let's start the 6. They've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not on twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Swing and a miss with that jab. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. That counter shot lands. He threw a punch and just got countered. Perfect punch. The straight right just misses. Nice counter. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Beautiful counter punch. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Now we've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about planting that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won. Here we go. It's round 7. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How about that time counter shot? Beautiful counter shot. There's a counter shot. Missing with the hook. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. That counter punch caught him clean. Nobody home with that hook. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
And he scores with the counter. We've seen them in past from this fighter. They don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Caleb Plant just got clipped. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
Green Day's now.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Man is in some serious trouble here. Let's talk about Plant in that last round. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape. And we enter the 8th round. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
A perfect counter shot. Stamina is off the charts. Didn't land that jab. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
Sometimes when you get nervous, someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Straight right just misses. Punch, counter punch. Nice counter shot. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Good counter punching. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Pretty lopsided decision.
For I am the truth. I am the light that lighteth every man and woman that cometh into this continent, into this world of America today.
We got
It'll be tough to forget this evening. How about your surroundings here at Balfour Bay? And hopefully we'll have a memorable fight as well. It's not Caleb Sweet Hands Plant, fighting out of Tennessee, but now living in...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from London, England, here is a middleweight and super middleweight champion of the world, known as the Dark Destroyer. Introducing...
Well, I hope you brought your sunscreen. So here we go. Should be a good one. Good counter punch. You don't want to trade shots. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Nice counter. Caleb Plant is hurt. Down goes Caleb Plant. I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
I need to see that again.
The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
He's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot.
Halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back into it. Did you see that? Caleb Plant just got clipped. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
Gotta waste time. Get a step behind the referee. When he...
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Plant is in some serious trouble here. Wow, let's take another look at that.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
Talk about Plant in that last round.
There's always a way back. Don't ever round anybody off.
Back on the job. That's a terrible round, that is. Come on, you let him back into the fight. You
Great work. I love that. I love that. Jobs.
Here we go. It's round 2. And there's the bell to start the round. Good counter punching. And as we see it again, there's no way get up and get clipped with a shot like that.
A shot from the gods took him out.
One, two, three, four, five. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
Gotta look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
Maybe I'm crazy, Johnny, but this slugger's game plan appears to be hit me in the face as many times as you want, and right when you get tired of it, I'm going to catch you with a counter and knock you out.
They've got to be very wary. If you're in with a slugger, they will fight all night for fun. They'll stay in your face. They are naturally tough and strong and aggressive.
Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T. Play the plan out to a T.
Oh, my God, Johnny! Caleb Plant just got clipped. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Talk about winning that last round. Well, if this trainer has a pep talk, now's the time to use it as they were dropped twice in the last round. Let's get it started in round 3. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs would feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Incredible work rate. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Catch and shoot. There's a counter shot. Throw a shot, they get countered. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now, this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than have to.
Nice counter shot. They're giving us a high-tempo show. Well done with that counter shot. Threw a punch and just got countered. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Jab misses. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about winning that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store. Back at it in round 4. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Caleb Plant is hurt. How are they still standing?
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Plant is in some serious trouble here, and Plant is down. Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
That is a show of...
Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
I need to see that again.
Talk about winning that last round. His legs are gone, but somehow he's still in this fight.
They believe their fighter has it.
There's the bell to start round 5. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'd be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again?
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Caleb Plant is hurt. Trying to buy time. Hold that thought! Caleb Plant just got clipped. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
That counter punch caught him clean. Punch, counter punch. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That punch landed. Perfect. Plant is in some serious trouble here. I don't believe what we're seeing here.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
Did you see that? Caleb Plant just got clipped. Talk about winning that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
Dominance without...
There's the bell to start round 6. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And that hook misses. They exchange punches. Caleb Plant is hurt. I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
So you're getting in there with somebody that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They both want a knockout, you can tell. That uppercut just missed. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. talking about winning that last round. Round 7, here we go. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come up now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Beautiful counter punch. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
I've seen certain fighters that...
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. The Dark Destroyer. Nigel Benn down. Can you believe it? A good body shot will paralyze you, and as you can see here, that's exactly what happened.
You're right, Todd.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come to me.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Somebody can smell blood.
And you knew this was coming. They're going to take a knee.
Absolutely gassed out. Didn't know what to do and hurt on top of that.
7, 8.
Look at the footwork, the hand speed. This is the best that the middleweight division has to offer. It's all offense all the time. How about that time counter shot? This is the kind of fight you expect from two world-class elite middleweights. 10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Let's talk about Ben in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be we just saw.
Can make or break a fight.
There's the bell to start round 8. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with it.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Can the Dark Destroyer get out of this dark place? And now they're right back into the fray.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Oh, hold on a second, Johnny. Nigel Benn has been rocked. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Step back, compose yourself, compose the pace, then move, then step it up a little bit. Because if you're getting caught like that beginning, you get caught a lot more at the end.
Stamina is off the charts. They miss with the jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, that is a bit of a surprise.